Well, hello and welcome back. And thanks for coming back. Today, what we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about some of the advantages of living in Cyprus, and there's an awful lot of them. So if you're thinking of coming for a holiday or perhaps relocating to Cyprus, this little video could be that video that you have been waiting for. So, what are some of those advantages for coming on a holiday or even starting a new adventure and residing in Cyprus for the rest of your life? English, yeah. English is the most widely spoken language in the world. Well, that's not actually quite true. It is Chinese, but of course that's contained to China itself. But worldwide, English is one of the most widely spoken languages in the world. And guess what? Cyprus, yes, you've guessed it. 99% of people have a very, very good command of English. And of course, there's lots of other foreigners here as well. And the mother tongue of most foreigners when they're in Cyprus is English. So if you're watching from the UK or any other European country, rest assured, when you come and live in Cyprus, you can communicate through the powers of English and achieve and get what you want. So that's one of the advantages of living in Cyprus. Now, predominantly, a lot of people watching our little videos are in the UK. Something else that Cyprus has as a similarity. If you're driving a car, whether you're renting it or whether you bought one, you're driving on the same side of the road, the correct side of the road, as many of us British people would say. Although some of the locals perhaps may be in the middle of the road, but predominantly they're driving on the same side of the road as what you are used to. So that's another fantastic advantage if you're thinking about coming on holiday to rent a car or coming to live in Cyprus and then of course purchase a car and drive on the correct side of the road. The advantages go on and on. Obviously, the weather. Predominantly the weather in Cyprus is much, much better than many other countries, including the UK. The sun, as you may notice in the background, is shining. Yes, we get the odd little bit of chilly weather, but of course it doesn't last very long. What else is there that might tempt you to come on a holiday or perhaps even consider to live in Cyprus? Tax, yeah, tax, that big one. No one actually minds paying the tax as long as the tax is, shall we say, fair. But of course in many countries, those countries have got, shall we say, problems. So they're looking for more and more ways to get a little bit of your pound, a little bit of your euro, a little bit more of your dollar. Cyprus, to be fair, is quite moderate in the amount of money it wants to take off you. Obviously, it's a small country, so the infrastructure doesn't cost all that much to run. What does that mean? That means that more of your hard-earned cash will stay in your pocket, which means that you can spend it in bars, restaurants, gallivanting here, there and everywhere while you come on your holidays or consider to retire and live in Cyprus. The list goes on and on, by the way. The openness and the friendliness of the local people, of course that's the Cypriot population, and of course all of the foreigners that are in that melting pot, particularly in Paphos, Limassol, and of course Larnaca area. What does that do? Well, it makes it a multicultural, cosmopolitan society where you can make friends from many different other nationalities, and that's a good thing because of course you get to see their views on life and their views on the world, and then you can laugh and joke about it and always remember that you are living the dream on the island of love, which of course is Cyprus. Now, if you are thinking about coming on holiday to Cyprus or thinking about moving to Cyprus, we on the little channel known as Marika and me can do a lot for you. We can advise you some of the places that you might want to stay for that week, that fortnight, or perhaps that extended holiday. Drop it into the comments, contact us via our contact details. They of course are in the description on this video. Ask us our opinion of that hotel, that complex. Ask us where it is, because often You may think that it's close to the Paphos harbour. You may think that it's close to Latchi harbour, etc., etc. But perhaps when you get there, you find out that it's not. So drop in the comments. Ask us. Get in contact with us via email, via our telephone numbers, via our Facebook page, and we will tell you our honest opinion and its exact location in relation to what you want from that holiday. Talking about moving and living in Cyprus, what do we offer? Relocation services. What does that mean? Well, you can do your paperwork yourself, but remember, you are moving to a foreign country, and of course, all the offices that you go to, primarily, everything will be in Greek. So, it would be in your interest to employ an immigration lawyer, people that can make it happen for you. So if you come to see us at the Marika Lounge Bar on the most famous street in the world, that's Bar Street, downtown Paphos, just set back from the promenade and harbour area, open from 1 p.m. until late. Pop in, sup on a pint or two, or perhaps a hot latte, and ask us those questions, and we'll do our very, very best to point you in that right direction. And obviously, you will pay fees, but you're going to pay fees anyway. So choose someone you trust, like ourselves, on the little channel known as Marika and me, and we will help and guide you in the right directions, whether you're coming on holiday or whether you're coming out for a couple of years or perhaps even the rest of your life. Again, if you're looking for a property to rent, we can point you in the right directions. And remember, you will only be handed over to trusted agents, people that will make sure that your name goes on that rental contract, that make sure that those utility bills are changed into your name. If you're looking to buy a property, again, we will recommend you good developers, good estate agents, people that have got your interest at heart to help you along the way for you to have that fantastic experience when you come to Cyprus. And lots of people are doing it. Cyprus has won many, many awards. It started off in around about 2017 when it won the European Capital of Culture for Paphos. Paphos more recently has won the award for the best small city in Europe. And that says a lot about the quality of life, the speed of life, the pace of life, and all the things that I've been talking about, the costs of life, tax, the health service. It's a fabulous health service, by the way. Whether you go on what's called GESI, that's like the National Health Service, or whether you choose to go private. And if you go private, like that, you will get that knee done, or whatever it is that you want done. And of course, the cost compared to, let's say, the UK, Germany, Italy, we're talking a lot less. And I mean it, a lot less. So, tax is lower. The climate is better. Crime, what can I say? It barely exists on the island of love. And I mean that. Car theft doesn't happen. Vandalism to cars doesn't happen. Yes, there is the odd burglary or two. But of course, there are ways around that with alarm systems and so forth. And of course, if you're looking to have an alarm system installed at that property of yours, want to get in contact with us. And of course, we will point you in the right direction of that police licensed alarm installer. And that will make your property that little bit safer, whether it's a holiday home or whether it's that permanent home. The little channel known as Marika and Me is a changing, and it's here to make sure that you guys get the greatest experience when you come on holiday or whether you come for that little bit longer to the island of love, which of course is Cyprus. Now, can I ask you for a little favor? If you like what you see, please hit the like. That's the thumbs up button. And please consider to subscribe to the little channel known as Marika and Me. Doesn't cost you a single penny. But if you would like to say a big, big thank you, there are a few ways that you can do it. You can hit the little super thanks button. That's a heart-shaped button where you write a comment. And if you hit that button, you'll be given the option to gift as little as $1.99. And we do say a huge thank you, and we appreciate it very, very much indeed. If you'd like to gift me a virtual coffee, a nice hot latte, well, all you do is Google these magic words. Buy me a coffee, Marika and me, and up will come our landing page. You can choose to read a little bit more about us, and fingers crossed, you will gift us that virtual coffee or two as a gesture of goodwill and as a big, big thank you. And I'd like to raise this little hot latte and say cheers to you guys. You can't beat a nice coffee, especially when you are residing on the island of love, which of course is Cyprus. It goes back a long, long time. There's an awful lot of things going on in Cyprus. There is modernness, all the powers of the internet, and of course then there are all of the archaeological sites that you can go and visit, whether you're on holiday or whether you're here that little bit longer. Cyprus is a place for calmness, and I keep saying this a lot. It's about an outdoor lifestyle, the Mediterranean lifestyle, and a lot of people want to live that dream. A lot of people in and around the UK, in and around Europe, are working hard, and the weather is normally against them, but they're working hard to amass that little fortune so that when the time comes, when they get that little bit older, they can start to go on a new adventure, and hopefully Cyprus could be that perfect place for you. Because as I've said many, many times, the cost of living in Cyprus compared to most Northern European countries and the UK is considerably lower. The weather is much, much better. Crime doesn't exist. Health service, absolutely amazing. Whether you go down the national health or the private, and of course the private is much, much cheaper. There are one or two things in Cyprus that are more expensive perhaps than what you're used to. Sometimes the cost of food is a little bit higher and the purchase of cars is a little bit higher. But remember, if you purchase a car in Cyprus, it retains much, much more of its value. So when you come to swap it, you're going to get more of your money back. And that is a crucial element to living in Cyprus. And remember, cars last a lot longer in Cyprus because of the weather. And there's not so much of keep up with the Joneses, it's more like let's get down to the Paphos Harbour, let's get down to the Marika Lounge Bar on Bar Street, and let's chill out, perhaps go and do a salsa class, perhaps go and do a Greek class, perhaps come and do some line dancing. And these are some of the things that are becoming very, very soon to the Marika Lounge Bar. So if you fancy learning Greek, on the 30th of June, which is not far away, that's a Monday at 3 o'clock, Marika will be teaching you how to converse in Greek. Again on the Friday, and that will continue every Monday and every Friday throughout the year. So if you are looking to learn Greek with a little bit of fun and a twist, come and join us at the Marika Lounge Bar, 3 o'clock on a Monday, and of course 3 o'clock on a Friday, starting off on the 30th of June. Salsa events, that will be kicking off very, very soon on the Friday. So there's a lot going on at the Marika Lounge Bar. And on top of all of that, you can come and sit and have a chat with myself and of course Marika. And remember, we are unique. I can communicate with you in that mother tongue of English, and we can sort out all of your problems because many of you know Marika speaks better Greek than a Greek. So that gives us a huge, huge advantage. And we have set up a team of immigration lawyers, legal lawyers to help you to get your driving license changed over, to help you rent that property and to help you buy that perfect property. So don't forget to come and see us at the Marika Lounge Bar. We're open from 1 p.m. except on a Sunday. So Monday to Saturday, 1 p.m. until late, on a Sunday from 6 p.m. If you want to chat and you want a perfect pint of Guinness like our Sir of the Stephen in downtown Paya, come and see us at the Marika Lounge Bar. I'm going to say a huge, huge thank you for your company. Hopefully you've enjoyed my company. Drop it into the comments. What would you like me to talk about next? And that video will be coming very, very soon indeed, especially for you. I've got one last thing to do. As you may have noticed, I've got a little boy cigar. I've got a lighter, so here we go. There is absolutely no doubt about it. Life is good on the island of love. Cheers, guys. I look forward to your company again very, very soon indeed. And I'll see you in the next one.